You care for a family member, you're going to boil over. And I think sometimes after we boil over and let out a lot of steam, we feel like we owe an apology. And I'm going to give you a different perspective on that today during this week's Caregiving Comfort. Hey everyone, I'm Denise Brown and I write what I call Caregiving Comforts. I started writing these in 2003 after challenging myself to look at one word, apply it to a caregiving experience, and then think about that from a different perspective. I continued to write these caregiving comforts as I cared for my parents and found it really helpful to write it out. My parents have since died, and so I write these now for you. The inspiration for this week's caregiving comfort is actually conversations that I have with my brother and sister. And we talk about caregiving in the past sense because we're no longer caring for our parents. And what's interesting is it seems like my brother in particular will bring up situations that really are me exploding from a boiling point. And when I hear him talk about really, it's just two experiences over many, many, many years where I just lost myself. I was so angry and upset and frustrated. And when he mentions these experiences with me in during my boiling point, I look at myself as just kind of a terrible person. I think, oh my gosh, what an ogre, how unfeeling, how dismissive. And the last time this happened, which was really just last week, I decided to give myself a little bit of grace. And then I thought, you know what? He was involved in my boiling point, but not in all the moments before my boiling point. And what if he had been involved earlier? Perhaps I could have avoided a boiling point, which makes me think our boiling point doesn't just happen. It's not a spontaneous event. We don't just, lose our temper. We are experiencing so much hardship that we just lose energy to keep enduring the hardship and we boil over. So, this week's caregiving comfort is boiling point. And this is what I wrote for you. You lost your cool. You let out your frustration and heartache and discouragement. It came out in tears and harsh language and with arms making large, almost loud movements. In that moment, they look at you, but they don't see you because they don't get how much you have endured and all the moments leading up to this moment. You boiled over. The systems left you simmering for so long without offering relief, answers, help, support, and a way forward. Of course, you reached your boiling point. The systems failed you. In the moments after you boil over, you may feel awkward, embarrassed, apologetic. Rather than ask for forgiveness, what if you instead recognized the reasons for the boil and then took a moment to address those issues? What if your boiling point became a teaching opportunity? What if you took a breath to catch your courage so you can say to those who witnessed the boiling point, I've been trying for weeks to resolve this issue. I've been passed around, misinformed, left on hold. My caree is suffering. I am suffering. I want help. I'm angry, upset, and discouraged because I cannot get the help we deserve. This situation is not right, and I'm doing everything in my power to make it right. How can you help me make this right? You boil over for really important reasons. It's good to share those reasons. It's good to advocate for better. I'd love for you to share one of your boiling points. And if this episode resonated with you, feel free to like it and then share it with another who also has had a boiling point moment. And I look forward to reading your comments when you share your boiling point with us. Thanks so much for all you do. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Denise Brown.